Hi, it's Kelsey with Shipwreck Beads, and today we are going to play around with some gemstone beads. Right now, all gemstones, pearls, and natural materials, I believe. Let me double check. Gemstones, shell, and freshwater pearls are all 25 to 50% off right now. So I thought we'd play around with some gemstones. I've got, I thought we'd make a Gemstone Chakra stretch bracelet. Super simple. I think just been kind of thinking about, hi Pam, about energy and the new year and really bringing in a lot of positivity into this next year. I know 2016 was a challenging year for me, so I'm looking forward to 2017 and all of the things that are going to come. Hi Deb. So I know whenever a new year starts, I always get a new notebook. So I got my notebook the other day. I'm really excited about it. I finally started writing in it. It usually takes me a couple days before I get to writing in my notebook, but this one is really cool. It's got like craft paper. Anyways, I'm obsessed with notebooks. And so is my daughter. I showed it to her and she's like, I want it. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, so it's New Year. We're gonna start off with some chakra jewelry. I've got some lava beads and gemstone chips in all of the chakra colors. For those of you that don't know, the chakra is like the body energies. So each part of your body has different energies that correspond with different things. So you got your crown, which is in the top of your head. The third eye, sorry, I've got my notes here because I'm not too familiar with it. And then you've got your third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra. And all of the color, and it's kind of the rainbow colors, and each stone, each color corresponds with a different chakra. And so all together, all that energy is what forms your who you are. I know at our artisan market back in November, we had someone who was doing aura readings, and they read your chakra and they look at your aura and they interpret it and tell you what it all means. So that's something I did back in November, and that was really cool. So I've been kind of learning a little bit more about it. I don't know how much I believe, but you know, whatever you can do to bring in some positivity into your world, like, why not? It can't hurt. So hi Fallon, thanks for joining us today. Fallon's actually one of my best friends from elementary school. Yeah, so how exciting you're here. Okay, we're gonna angle you down so you can see what I'm doing. This is just gonna be a real simple stretch bracelet. We're using gossamer floss for the stretch cord. It's kind of similar, or it's not quite the clear stretch cord. It's a little more fibrous, I guess, and I like it better. I don't really have any preference or really know which is better than the other, but this is just the one that I like to use. So you can see I've got my different stones, and I'm also going to be using lava beads as well. So you're going to want to cut off enough cord so you can double it up around your wrist. Oh, welcome Heidi. Hi Rosanna. And so here's the different stones I have. I've got for the crown chakra, I have clear quartz. And so I went online and read different websites to see which stones to use. And there's many different stones that you can pick for each one. There's several options, but really you're going to be looking at the rainbow colors here. So we've got our clear quartz for the crown chakra. The third eye chakra is amethyst. For the throat chakra, we've got lapis. The heart chakra, I have jade. For the solar plexus, citrine. The sacral chakra, I have carnelian. And then for the root chakra, I have red agate. So hi Vicky, welcome. So that's what I have. And then we're going to use the lava beads for just like the base of the bracelet. So this is going to be kind of like the center focal part of the bracelet. And then we'll finish it off with the lava beads. Okay. So I also have my bead stoppers here so we won't lose. Hi Cynthia. Oh, Cat's PJs, that's you. Okay, I always wondered. All right, so I'm gonna put my little bead stopper on here. And we're gonna start out by adding some lava beads. And I also have some little charms too that I'm gonna add one of these charms on here. So I've got an Om, a yin yang, and then a lotus flower charm. So here, I'll hold those up so you can see them better without the glare. And these are the tiara cast charms. Super cute. All right, so we're gonna add one of these charms on here in between some of these lava beads. See how that looks. I'm not a fan of that. If it doesn't end up working, it doesn't end up working. That's okay. Not everything works the way that you want it to every time. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my stone chips, and I'm gonna use probably about 3 or 4 of each color. The stone chips are kind of irregular, so I'm more concerned with how much space each section is taking up rather than the amount of beads I'm using for each one. So let's see, do I want to add, I think I actually want to add some spacers on there first. If I can get these off of here. And I'm using a big eye needle to string with. So the big eye needles are really great because most of the length of the needle is the eye. And I have some little tiara cast spacer beads. We'll add one of those. And now we'll go ahead and add our chips. There, I like that with the little spacer in there. Now we're adding our amethyst. And now lapis. And I really like to go through and sort of pick and choose with my chips and my pieces that I'm adding. I put it on the needle. It doesn't come that way. It comes just on a card like this, and then I threaded the needle separately. So, oh, I forgot to add my spacer in between those two. Got a little carried away. It happens. Hi, Debbie Rogers. Hi, Ginger. Ginger, I got your email about doing the brick stitch, and I don't know if I'm ready to tackle that yet. So you'll just have to be patient with me and see if that's something that'll come up in the future. I'm not sure. Hi, Jerry. So nice to see so many of you tuning in today. Oop. Dropping beads all over the place. Oh, so I will show you guys at the end of this video the necklace that that's what you said, Debbie, but I don't know, or Deb, but I don't know. I don't know if I believe you, but we'll see. That'll probably be something from Twitch that we'll give it a try. Hi, Mary Ellen. Welcome from New York. So do any of you have any crafting? I could be an expert in about 5 minutes. We'll see. I'm gonna add a 4th one on this. Ow! These needles are awful sharp. There. And then we're gonna add our final little chakra here. Add one more on that. All right, so now I need a spacer. Check my length here. Make sure they're looking good. I really did want to add that charm on there. So I think what I'm gonna do one thing I really like, TierCast makes these like little bail spacers that have the loop attached to them. So we could maybe, I don't like that though. I'm so indecisive. So there's sort of our bracelet here, and I'm actually gonna pull some of these off so I can have my knot be in the center of the bracelet. Oh, hi Alexa, are you watching with your mom? I see pictures of you guys all the time on Facebook. You're so cute. All right, so there is our bracelet. Let's check the length here. I'm not a big fan of super snug bracelets, so I'm gonna make sure and probably add a couple more beads to this. I shouldn't have taken those off so soon, but that's okay. It happens. See, you got 2 44 drawer screw cabinets. Oh, fun! Yeah, I do need a bead instead of a charm, but oh well. So one thing that's great about these lava beads, I don't know how many of you like the no problem, Fallon. I don't know how many of you are into like the aromatherapy stuff, but the lava beads are great for aromatherapy because you can add your oils to them, and since they're so porous, they're going to suck up all that oil and carry that scent. So if you do the aromatherapy oils and stuff, then that's another thing you can do. So we're going to check the length. Okay, so that's much better. Okay. So now we're going to tie a knot, and I just tie a regular knot in these. And since these lava beads have nice big holes, that knot's going to get lost in between the beads and you're not going to see it. And just make sure and usually do double knot or triple knot or something like that. And now I'm going to take my thread and go back through a couple of the beads. And so now what I'm going to do, yeah, the unwaxed lava beads are going to hold the scent a lot better. These ones are waxed, which is why they have a little bit of shine to them, but they're still going to hold that scent, and so they're really good for the aromatherapy. Okay, so I've got my GS Hypo Cement, which is, you know, one of my favorite glues, and it's all over the place. Ah. It gets so gunky, but I love this glue because it's got such a fine little tip on there that you can really get into those knots. So you just want to place some on your knot there and then pull that into the bead. You're gonna snip that off. Oh, there goes that one. And then that knot's gonna just disappear right inside your beads. So super simple little stretch bracelet. I wanna try and do another one where we, I really wanna add one of these charms to that. But there you can see how quickly, there's just something so great about stretch bracelets. They just come together so fast and they're so simple to make. I love making these with kids. I volunteer at my daughter's school and we do a beading class, and we always make stretch bracelets, so that's a lot of fun to do. So we'll go ahead and make another one just because I still have beads out. Why not? And we're gonna add this charm in here somehow. I think maybe instead of one of these spacers in between these beads here, we'll add one of the charms. Close that glue up. And you can use the other stretch cord too if you prefer it. I just like this stuff. And this is called Gossamer Floss. And I'll go ahead and put up the supply list like I always do after the video is complete. So if you're interested in purchasing the materials, you can do that. So we'll go ahead and add our bead stopper. So these bead stoppers are great. Just stick them on your thread and that's going to keep your beads from falling off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one. I don't have quite enough, but I have another strand of these right here. All right. And you don't have, if you're making chakra stuff, you don't have to use gemstones either. You can use crystal in the colors, but different gemstones are said to have different properties for healing or for whatever. Can I add bead stopper to the list? Yes, I can add the bead stoppers to the list. So I think what I'm going to do this time is actually add my charm in between a couple of the beads here. So let's see, how many charms do I have? I have 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we'll add this, I want to do the little lotus charm. So instead of a spacer on this one, we're going to add the lotus charm and do that instead. I love the stone chips too. They're so cute and fun, and they just have that really like nice natural look to them. I mean, I know that sounds, I mean, of course they have that natural look to them, but yeah, I like them too. And because they're so irregularly shaped, again, like on some of these I'm only adding 3, some of them I'm adding 4. It kind of depends on just more, I want to have an equal amount of length for each color chakra rather than an equal number of beads, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're very freeform, exactly. There, I think I like that with just the one little charm on the side there. I think it looks good. Just instead of using a spacer there, I use the charm, and you still get the look of the silver of the spacer because of the way the bail hangs. So I think that's good. Oh, you could absolutely make it matching earrings if you wanted. One more bead there. We are making a chakra stretch bracelet. All of our gemstones right now are on sale from 25 to 50% off. So that's gemstones, pearls, and shell are all on sale right now, Carla. So I thought we'd make something with our gemstones. So we're making a chakra stretch bracelet. Really simple, but really cute. Because I've just been thinking a lot about different energies and, of course, like bringing positivity into the new year. And so that's kind of where my head is at right now. So I wanted to do something to sort of carry that over. So I thought we'd make some little chakra stuff because they're just fun. And I love the gemstone chips, and any chance I get to use them, then I'm going to try and do that. All right, so now I've got my bracelet finished, and we're going to tie our knot. Yeah, so if you go back and watch from the beginning, then you can hear me talk a little bit about the chakra and find balance exactly. So now we're just gonna, I usually tie like a double or triple or quadruple knot. It kind of depends on, hi Nancy, on how big the hole of my beads are. And then I've got my handy dandy GS Hypo Cement, my glue of choice. We're just going to put that on the knot, make sure it doesn't fall off. And I'm no expert by any means on chakra stuff or chakra jewelry. It's just a passing interest that I have. We're just going to hide that knot inside the bead, and then we've got our quick bracelet. So you can see how quickly it comes together and how nice it looks with all the different colors. Lots of positivity, lots of good energy there. Very cute and fun. So I'll put up the supply list. It is a little expensive to make just one bracelet. However, but you're going to have a ton of beads left over because each of these sorry, I'm trying to get my, So there's a tiny needle in the cap that goes into the gemstone beads are, yeah, the gemstone beads have a really small hole. So I'm using today, it's called Gossamer Floss. This is what I'm using, and it's a stretch cord. So, yeah, so if you want to use the chips with leather, unfortunately, that's not really an option. But yeah, so this is, I don't think it comes in a size. I think it's just one kind of, yeah. So it's like a floss, but it's stretchy. But I really like this. I prefer this to the Stretch Magic, and that's just my personal preference there. No real good reason. I just like it better. So I'm going to angle you back up so I can show you what we made on Twitch yesterday. So on Tuesday's show on Twitch, we played around with the Cerulean 2-part epoxy crystal clay by Swarovski. And so it's a 2-part clay that you mix together, and then it air dries and you can set stuff in it. So on Tuesday we made this pendant. And so it's got the clay base, and then I've got ball chain and rhinestone banding, and then a little spacer with a crystal set in the center. No, it does not say. I don't think there is a specific size to it. So sorry about that, Cynthia. I don't think so. It's pretty thin, and it actually stretches thinner. Sinew instead of leather lace. I think even the sinew might be too big to go through the stone chips. The stone chips have a really small hole, and if you're threading, and you need to thread the sinew with a needle, and so it'd have to double up and go through the hole of the bead twice, Ginger. So I don't know that sinew would work. So, but anyways, we made this pendant, and then I made this necklace out of the pendant. So I used the brand new pave clasps that I showed you on Wednesday's show. And then for those of you ladies that were watching, I did go back and add the rhinestone cup chain after I found my cup chain connectors, which coincidentally were exactly where they were supposed to be after I put them away. So for those of you who didn't watch the Twitch show yesterday, I was getting a little frustrated because I cleaned my office yesterday morning and then couldn't find anything that I needed for yesterday's show. So I was very frustrated by the end of it because I couldn't find my cup chain connectors, and I found them after the show was over, of course. So isn't that usually how it works? But yeah, it turned out good. It turned out really great. I'm going to be wearing this piece when we go down to Tucson here at the end of the month. But it's just layered, and then I've got my pendant piece hanging from the toggle clasp. So yeah, so that's what we're at today. This was just a real quick, yeah, I think it really does look good with the cup chain too, Carla. I thought it would be too much, but I think it adds just enough of the sparkle kind of up the chain, so all the sparkle isn't just centered down at the bottom, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we're done with the video today. It was a quick one. Again, stretch bracelets are pretty simple. I do too, Nancy. Yeah, stretch bracelets are pretty simple to make, but that shouldn't discourage you from making them. I mean, if you're a jewelry maker, if you sell jewelry, they're a quick project to put together, and you know, something like this, the chakra piece, you could probably get, you know, 15, 20, 25 bucks, depends on what kind of stones, what materials you use. But yeah, stretch bracelets are really good bang for your buck jewelry project, especially if you're working with teens or kids or just anybody. It's just fun. So so yeah, so that's our video for today. Thank you, Fallon. Thanks, Pam. Yeah, have a great weekend. Go Seahawks. We've got a playoff game tomorrow night. I've got my Seahawks gear on. Go Hawks. So yeah, so I'll be watching the game. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you next week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30. I'm on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/shipwreckbeads. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, twitch.tv/shipwreckbeads. It's a live streaming website. I do videos 2 days a week, and we're there for about 2 hours at a time. So so that's fun. I will also be here on Wednesday on Facebook, Friday on Facebook. Yeah, so we'll see you next week. It's been a great day. I'm looking forward to the weekend, and I will see you all again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.